things, folks. Monday to Friday, 12 o'clock noon. It's Twisted Tuesday. That's right, folks. Co-host, the lovely Carol Brandolino is in the house. Carol, how you doing, honey?
Happy Tuesday. Happy terrible Tuesday. Happy twisted
Very
Tuesday.
twisted, terrible Thursday, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We're having a good one. Check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book the show, guys. And remember, every show is dedicated to the first responders, mostly dedicated to people like you who take the time and watch the show. Whether you're watching it at 12 o'clock on the social media whatever, and if you're watching it sometime during the day. And we always have fun here on Tuesdays. Let's get to stuff. It's showtime. So today is Tuesday, December. I'm sorry, February. Wow, I'm losing it. February 20th, the day after President's Day. Twisted Tuesdays. It's showtime.
I love that.
Thank you, Dino Manzella. Yeah, he did a great job. Dino Manzella from Seventh Heaven. Guys, it's Twisted Tuesday. Carol Brandolino is in the house, folks. Let's get right to our sponsors real fast. A quick one. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place. Buy local, shop local. Norwich Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville. Carhartt clothes for sale, 20% off. Ace Basic Pleated Furnace Filters. Buy three, get one free through February 29th. And don't forget, folks, they program Car Cut Keys dealership quality up to 50% dealership. And the Groundhog as spoken. They have all their early spring. Be ready for the JRC Hardware Ace stores. They're stocked with all your spring lawn and garden needs. Our good friends from Ace Hardware. Buy local, shop local. Ace is the place, helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Absolutely. And let's not forget our good buddies from Mr. Bernie DeMayo at DeMayo Partners, folks. Get your company out on the market, in the papers, in the magazines, radio, television. One way to do it is Bernie DeMayo's and get a public relations. He's the guy. Bernie, experienced, creative, and smart. Bernie's been my publicist for many years now. BernieDeMayo.com or give Bernie a call, 312-217-5658. And if you're looking to buy or sell in a home, there's only one place to go. You know that is. We're talking about my good friend Mary Grievous. Oh, yeah. Buying or selling in the Chicagoland area. The perfect real estate professional, whether you're putting your home in market or looking for your dream home, come give her a call today. Available, says buyers, sellers for sale by owners and expired listings. Mary Grievous, Berkshire Hathaway Stark Real Estate. That's that's M. Grievous at starkre.com. Or give Mary a call at 630-688-1725. She will take care of you. That's Mary Grievous. Do it right. Buy local, shop local. Carol Brandolino's in the house. Carol, what's going on with you today, my dear friend?
I think that I'm going to give your friend Bernie DeMayo a call, to be honest with you. I think there's a reality show in the making right now I'm menopausal for sure, hormonal, and I'm hangry.
That could be the title. That could be the title.
And Greek. So listen, all of that mixed together, it's a reality show fucking waiting to happen, just so you know. I'm ready. So tell Bernie he's got some work ahead of him.
He's got some cook. Absolutely. Yeah. Carol says, "Hello, Carol. When are you going to be back at the Capitol?" Carol Hamlin would like to know. Richard Hamlin. The Capitol.
In the Capitol?
And she started laughing. Okay.
I don't know.
He started laughing. I don't know. I don't know. There you go, Richard. Jerry Maselli's in the house. Albert from the Ron Onesti organization. Greg Weather. Ronnie B. How you guys do? Kathy Eppolito. Happy, again, another birthday for Kathy up in Santa Barbara, California. Jerry Jams. Lilia. Ryan Lewis. Hi, guys. Welcome to Twisted Tuesday. Carol Brandolino. Yesterday, I had a good time meeting with the boys, the main event band at Pops and Oak Grove, Danny Ramonde, Tony Toto, and Jerry Jams, getting some stuff together, trying to make the show even better, trying to get it better for everybody. So it's good. Conchita says hello. I'm referring to the win she had, the flag in the background.
Oh, when I was a
There you
senator.
go, Richard.
When I was a senator. Okay. Hey, I can
That's
go in that room. I can have that flag in the background anytime. If you prefer that, I can do that next time. Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely.
Look at me. I'm a mess. Look at my hair. I look like somebody dragged me around by it. Oh my God. And I'm going to be squinting because I don't know where my readers are. I can't see shit. Like now I'm going to be squinting to read the side here, my notes. So it is what it is today.
The readers, I know. Thank God I got a regular pair, but sometimes you need those readers too. And I can't even see without glasses. I can't see nothing.
Oh, that's hard.
Without it's horrible, man. You lose your glasses. You should play "Hail to the Chief" on Tuesdays. Your intro.
Oh man, I would love to feel that power. You have no idea. I'll do it.
And yesterday was President's Day,
Yes.
but I heard it got canceled till we get a president.
No.
So I don't know. But what did you do? Did you? Brandolino Music wasn't closed on President Day.
Like so my son Gianni said, well, aren't we closed today? I said, no. I said, businesses are open today. Schools are closed today. A lot of people have off at work. So businesses need to be open because that's when people go shopping because they're off work. The kids are off school. So that's a day people go shopping. And he's like, oh, I didn't think about it that way. Yeah. So, we were open.
I think banks were closed too. Yeah. And so was post office.
Yeah. Post office, all federal, and schools and all that. Everything's closed. But I had a kids fair to go to. So, we still went there for a few hours and gave away some things and did some raffles. It was cool. Okay. Yeah, it was all good.
I want to thank you for showing up last Thursday to the Rustic Charm in Moretti's for the live remote. We had a lot of fun on that. We had a couple cocktails, so that was good.
Yes.
Did you? Your friend was she the designated driver as she came along there to help?
Usually I drive her around. Usually that's what I'm the designated driver. I'm the designated driver always. And I was fine by the time I left, but I'm not kidding. When I get out for a day, it's like unlocking the beast. I don't even know how to explain it. If I have, no responsibilities, no kids with me, I don't go crazy. But again, I don't drink often. So when I do, if I have a couple, I'm feeling good. And cousin Tommy kept feeding them to me. Okay.
Oh, cousin Tommy, he knows how to do. He can pour.
Yeah.
Salute. Cousin Tommy.
Oh, it was so much fun. You guys, you and Laura, I have, you guys crack me up. You're just great together. Your demeanor with each other is awesome. You're funny. And, you guys were telling us.
Well, we like the Archie and Edith. Yeah. She's the smart one, and she's definitely the smart one. Edith played like she was a little slow in the show, but she was much smarter than Archie was.
Yep.
And she knew how to give it back to him, and that's what my wife does. She does a great job. John just called you an effing lush.
Oh, that's my brother. Yeah, of course he's going to copy that because I had 2 Prosecco's, maybe three. But I don't know.
Yeah. What's going on for Brandolino Music? Anything good in beautiful Shorewood, Illinois?
We're doing a little bit of, they're closing off we're going to be doing some jam sessions soon. I think we're going to be calling them Jam Rock. I think we are stuck on that. We're still throwing some ideas around, but some jam class sessions going to be happening. Looking forward to that. And then we have our recital coming up, which we haven't had in quite a few years because of COVID. And then the place where we had the recitals originally, right in our same plaza, that burned down. Well, not burned down. It had a bad fire. And then, so they were closed for about a year. So now this will be our first recital in probably 4 years, 3 or 4 years. And so we're looking forward to that. That's on Sunday, 1:00. So if anybody
Carol, is that open to the public?
Yeah, it's open to the public. That's what I was going to just say. We're going to be in the back room, the venue, the room where they have the bands and stuff and their DJ. It's a real nice size room in Shorewood at Corrigan's. It used to be Scooters. It's now Corrigan's. So we do our events there. It's a nice place. People can eat, have a couple drinks if they want. It's not stuffy. I think like a lot of recitals are tough to do. A lot of parents and grandparents just say, "Oh, I want to see my kid do that," but you're just sitting in a seat and have to be quiet. And now when we have
Yes.
it at this place, it's like an entertainment. It's like a venue, so they can have drinks and food. So it's
What's the ages of this thing? What's the ages of the kids that are coming to this thing on Sunday?
all ages, whoever our students are. So it's a platform for our students, any age student
Mhm.
that we might have. A lot of our students are adults. Some of them are adults, so they can come up and show their progress, and they play their instrument. Some of our teachers are going to be performing. They've been working on some awesome songs. Oh my God, they're so good. Gianni's in that band too, my son. Um,
Very
so they've
cool.
got some really good music, some classic rock, and just a wide variety of music. They're
What's the hours? It would be February 25th in
yes,
Shorewood, Illinois. What's the name of the
it's
place and what's the hours?
Corrigan's Pub, and it's the old Scooters, and it's 700 West Jefferson Street. It's literally in the plaza where our music store is. So it's 700 West Jefferson Street in Shorewood. 1 o'clock it starts, and I'm excited because my daughter is a phenomenal singer, and she doesn't like to sing in front of me. Like not once in a while she gets a wild hair. Like I have to bribe her. Like okay, I'll buy you an Xbox. I'm not doing that shit anymore. I'm like, I'm not going to be.
Oh, no bribing routine.
Oh
Yeah,
my
there you
God,
go.
just
Very
sing.
sure.
So,
Well, hey, it's good and it's great. Tony Toto, question for Carol: if you want to order from your music store, do you do shipping?
yeah. So yes. If you tell Bobby what you need, if he has it in store, yes, he will ship. There might be like a cost involved in that, just like there would be
Sure,
with
sure.
anything else. But yeah, he can get most things if you need them. And he's very competitive. He's very competitive with other stores. He's very competitive. He tries to be with like Amazon and stuff like that. But I will tell you this, I learned this from Bobby when he talks about selling things. People come in and they try to negotiate, and he gives good deals, but he's really at the bottom line price that he can sell something because things are so expensive now. But
Sure,
when people
sure.
bring instruments in to get worked on or something happened to it and I need you to help me, he'll say, did you buy it here? Not because he's not going to help you do what you need to do, fix it, but
Right.
that shows you when you do buy from a local business, a family owned business, when you buy it there, you have an actual physical location to take it back. They'll help you, they'll help fix it. And a lot of times they may not charge you to fix it because it's a mom and pop store, right? So now have you ever tried to get something fixed from when you order online? Or
When you
you're
got to send it back
screwed.
like to Sweetwater and places like that,
Yeah, but not
absolutely.
even music, it could be
Uh,
anything.
what's the website there? Tony Toto, drummer in the Main Event Band and the Fifth Element Band, my good buddy Toto. What's the website on that? Do you know?
Brandolino Music at AOL. Oh, that's Brandolino Music at AOL.com. Brandolino's Encore Music. Yeah. Yeah. Brandolino's Encore Music.
There you go. You'll find it. There
Brandolinomusic.com.
you
Yeah.
go.
It's just,
I'll send you the phone number there, double
yeah,
T.
815
Also,
729 2858. 815
there you go.
729
Brandolino Music, Encore Brandolino Music
Yep.
in Shorewood,
Yep.
Illinois. Today is Happy Radio World Day.
Oh, nice.
Who
Who
knew?
knew?
How do you know? Who knew? Happy, I also want to say happy 13-year anniversary to my dear friend Carlo Bertoli and Christina Bertoli from the TV show Smothered.
Oh, my God.
Yes, and 13 years, and the pizza place they got, the wonderful pizza place there in beautiful Edison Park. 13
Happy
years. They're a
anniversary. Yeah.
great couple,
Yeah.
great couple. Hey, Carol, Beyonce going country. What do you think about that?
I think my opinion is idiotic. I don't know. I just look, can you go country? I don't know. I think you would probably know better than I do because you're a singer and you're a performer and an entertainer. Can you just go country? I mean, what is country? I mean, I don't know what that means. Does that mean her songs are going to talk about country themed like how country songs typically are, or is she going to change her voice or how
I
she
don't know, but I can't picture Beyonce's getting her trailer home back or her dog back or drinking beer all day.
no, I don't.
Classic country songs,
Yeah,
even though it's out. But and you know what? She's probably going to jump in the market. Why not? See if she can sell
exactly,
something.
exactly.
I don't know how happy the country world is, but it's kind of interesting stuff about that. Speaking of bands, February 15th, 1967, the band Chicago started played at DePaul University with a great band. Chicago became world chorus. And then, of course, another great band, December 15th, 1965, 69 years, the Rascals, Felix Cavaliere and it's great guys. And a great band, good loving, and grooving in the Sunday afternoon. A lot of great songs, and some of those go going strong. You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Twisted Tuesday, Carol Brandolino. Let's go to Deutsch Power Center real fast, folks. Yeah, servicing the construction and diesel industry in Chicago for the last 100 years. Call Sal at Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. Tell them Tony O sent you. And Armando Supermarkets, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin, and Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair. For all your collision auto repair needs, go to crashchampions.com. That's DG and Michael. So everything is good. I'm having a good time. It's a beautiful day. What do you got planned for the week, Carol? Anything good?
You know what? Nothing crazy for the week. I think I'm going to lay low because this past weekend I thought I was dying. I mean, honestly, I was down and out, not sick, but just my body gave out a little bit. And I was like, I had a headache or my tension. I need a massage. I've needed a massage for a while, but I'm extra dieting right now. Like I'm hangry, I think, because I'm doing that intermittent fasting again. I probably put on an extra 10 pounds at least from last year. And I have over the last 4 years dropped a lot of weight. And man, it's hard. And then it makes you feel shitty. Like when you cut out certain things that your body was used to having, I guess, caffeine, some of it, that's killing me. Then you're hungry, So I felt like shit all weekend, unfortunately.
I'm a completely different mood if I don't have my shot of Jack Daniels in the morning. I mean, if I don't put it on my cornflakes. John says Beyonce's just riding her wave, and there's no money. There's no more money in true country. I mean, I think that's why the country pop now that everybody's jumping on, and that they have been jumping on this wagon for many years.
Right. Yeah, you know what? So this is off the subject, but I had to write it down in my notes. So when you guys were doing your show on Thursday, you and Laura, you told a story that was hilarious. And I think so many people, this has happened. You were talking about the bracelet you found in the car?
In the car. Yes.
So you found a bracelet in the car in case people weren't watching that day.
Well, I got the car cleaned and I went underneath the seat, make sure looking for, and I found a bracelet. And I'm, oh shit, it's a woman's bracelet. And I'm saying, what the hell? Now, what do? Do you throw the bracelet out? Don't mention it to your wife? Or do you say, honey, I found a bracelet? Well, I get the car driving home and go, honey, I got the car cleaned and I found a women's bracelet. Right. Oh, really? That's nice. Bring it home. So then when she found out, she looked at it. Of course, she was all steamed up, ready to attack when I walked in the door. But then she realized it was hers that she lost. So, it's interesting. It was funny.
So at the time, I have a similar story. This went on for months, though. The problem is, so Bobby and I, we were married a few years. Gianni was an infant. He was maybe a year and a half. I remember that because he was still in the crib, 2 years old. And he was at his sister's house one night. They were hanging out and they were having their drinks and stuff. So he ended up spending the night. Okay. Sister's married, but she's quite a bit younger than him. And so she was at the time, we had to be in our late 30s. And she was in her mid-20s, maybe. Okay.
All right.
So all I know is the next day when I went there, because I had left him there so he could stay and do his thing.
So in the house, it was just them two?
No. She had a party. We were at a party and I left to go back to, I was like, oh, stay with your family, your sister, hang out. Well, they have a pool there. The weather was nice. This husband and him get along. Well, a bunch of her friends showed up, 20-year-old, in the mid-20-year-olds, obviously later in the evening. Well, I saw him the next day and his wedding ring was off. Now, we never literally ever take our wedding rings off, right? We were just married, so he never took his wedding ring off. And I was like, I go, where's your ring? Because I started hearing, oh my God, everybody was so drunk. They were jumping in the pool, half skinny dipping. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, what? I was like, wait a minute. Who was skinny? And then I started getting pissed off and I thought, okay, you spent the night. Your wedding ring's not on. Normally, I'm not like that person, but I'm looking. This is about 2 years after having a baby. I mean, stress galore, right? And I'm like, where is your friend? He's like, he freaked out. He's like, I don't know. I didn't take it off. I go, I know everybody was drinking. Anyway, fast forward, there's no ring. Like it was like gone, and he was very devastated. He's like, I don't know where it went. This and I'm like, there is girls jumping in the pool, skinny dipping. Where they did? I mean, I lost my shit. Okay.
Well, I can see people doing that. Okay.
Okay. So I don't know that they were naked. I like that. None of that. I mean, they're very honest with me about it. But anyway, we're talking months now pass. No ring.
Still no ring.
No ring. I was just so upset, and so was he. I know he was. So one night my son was crying in his crib, and I went to go soothe him and rub his, I was like half asleep, and I'm rubbing his back, and he had this it was like a piggy bank, but it looked like a stop sign, like it had the red, white, or red,
Okay.
yellow, green lights. And then the body of it, the pole, was clear, and when you would put the coins in, you could see all the coins and how they're building up, right? So I'm rubbing his back half asleep, like one eye open, and I was like, and I'm looking at it, look at how many quarters and dimes are, and I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I think his ring is in. I saw his wedding ring. It was in the thing, right? And I'm like, Gianni must have put it in the coin thing, right?
Oh my God.
So, but this is what an asshole I am. Okay. This is the problem. I found it.
See that, and then you probably had to eat shit for a while after.
Well, I found it, but I didn't. I was like thinking about it. Should I tell him I found it in there? Or should I let this ride a little bit and get some more gifts?
What was his thoughts when you? What was his reaction when you finally told him, "Look, guess what I found," and where you found it?
First of all, we were like, oh my God, like when in a million years would we ever found that? I just happened to lock eyes on it, right? In this piggy bank that would have been there forever. He was very excited, and he goes, I told you I didn't. I told you I didn't. I had to eat shit for a minute, for sure. And I said, well, that doesn't change the fact that there were still young girls jumping into a pool, and a night that you slept over, it had to be still my win, But
so you still had to get the last kick in there.
Yeah, but that stuff messes with your head. I'm telling you, it will mess with your head, and then you don't know what's the right thing to do. What's the wrong thing to do? But if you didn't do anything, just be honest, I guess, right?
Right, and you can tell if a man's lying too, and you can tell he was devastated by losing that ring. He probably freaking out himself where it went. Well, I'm glad he found them. Glad you guys worked all that out. See, there's the moral of the story is. Yeah, what is the moral of the story?
Right.
You're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Carol Brandolino, Twisted Tuesdays. My prayers go out. Prayers go out to our good friend Loretta Remington. She's in the #1, the Joan Jett tribute band. She had some health issues. She's recovering. So Loretta, get better and go out and rock and roll with your band again. People are talking getting these sick. They're getting sick. This respiratory, and there's 25 states, according to the CDC. There's 25 states are on high alert over this sickness that are people getting in the respiratory system. And that's what I'm hearing from a lot of people.
Me too.
It's the weather and stuff, whatever it is.
Well, man, a lot of people are getting these whatever after effects. Everybody has a different story, after effects of COVID or this or that. Or, I ask people when I hear stories that they don't make sense. And we know so many people collectively, I know you have too, and just people that I talk to regularly, especially when I do bartend, how many people have gotten just out of the blue cancer or a heart attack or a blood clot, or and in their 50s. Like, I'm 50 now. This shit's scaring me because I'm like, I always ask, did they get the shot? I just want to know. I want to know. Why can't I ask somebody if they got the shot?
That's where I was going with that.
I just want to know.
Did you get the shot?
Yeah.
And it's proven fact. It's proven that a lot of people, younger people, doctors have said this, that something happened with that shot. It might have triggered something that was already in your system.
Yep.
Whatever it is. Richard Hamlin says, did you apologize to Bobby after the ring? Did you say you were sorry?
A little bit. Like, in the middle of the conversation, it came out. It was like, well, I was like, all right, I'm sorry. I feel bad, but I believe you, that's what are you going to do?
Very good. Valentine's Day. What did you guys do for Valentine's Day? Anything special? You and Bobby take you out somewhere? What did you guys do?
I worked. So, I had to work. That's my Wednesday night is my my double. So that's the one night I stuck with a week to bartend. And actually, obviously a good night to bartend. But I will tell you this. you know how they say about New Year's Eve, in this industry, it's not the regulars that came out on, that's how you make your money as a bartender or server a lot of times is your regulars. So no, it wasn't the regulars. It was people that never go out ever because, ever. And just expect everything, right
Because
away.
of
And
Valentine's Day. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
so I worked, but it was a good night. But you know what? Valentine's Day, I don't know. I mean, we don't do anything crazy for Valentine's Day typically, but he did get us all. He did. He gets Eliana and my daughter. He always gets her the big balloons, the big stuffed animals, and then the week leading up to it, every day she gets like a little gift, which is
Ah,
very
that's,
very sweet.
that's a
So
good father, man.
yeah,
Very, very
that's
cool.
that's their holiday.
John, yeah. John says, blame the vaccine, the New World Order control. Oh, yes, I believe that. I believe.
I will be the greatest president that God
Anyway,
ever
yeah, I believe that whole thing. And, of course, we're going to get people fighting on that all the time. Speaking of Valentine's Day, if love is so blind, why is Lenderje so popular?
If love is blind, why is what?
Negligent. I mean, the
Oh,
broad.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
If love is blind, this is the question for
Because that's not
Valentine's
love.
Day.
Because that's not love, honey. That
That's
is
not
not love. That is strictly downstairs being like, oh, what's up? Like you can fall in love real quick without even knowing a person.
So the little head is doing the thinking for the big head. Is that
Of
what we're
course it
saying?
is.
Okay.
Of course
Yeah,
it is.
sure.
Yeah,
That
no.
makes complete sense. Hey, Nike is laying off 1,600 people. Their stock has dipped because of the woke environment in the Nike world. You're hearing that all over Disney and a lot of big places like that. So it's good. Mo, did you order your gym shoes yet? No, Boyd, I did not order my gym shoes. I don't wear gym shoes, but I don't know. There you go, Boyd. It's good.
No, a lot of these
Richard says lust. There you go.
Yeah.
Richard says lust.
Oh, lust. Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, we all know that. I don't know, to be honest with you. If you come out in lingerie, I've heard stories that women come out in lingerie and, nothing, their men or partner or whoever still isn't paying attention to them. That's a problem. That's a problem. If you come out in your little outfit and, typically that's something that's got to work, but it doesn't always work for everybody.
No, I got it. I mean, a woman's trying to make it a little bit nice for you when you get home or coming out. At least you can. I mean, unless, I mean, that's got to be a bad spot on both sides. I mean, if he's not reacting and she's trying to do the best, or vice versa, whatever it is, it's going to be a little difficult there.
Right,
absolutely. We got some birthdays. First of all, big week coming up, folks. Tomorrow night we'll be at Cucina Rustica in Cary, Illinois, for the very first time. Me and Jerry Jams. It's a 6:30 show. Thursday we'll be at Oak Brook with Lisa P. and Jerry Jams at Positano's in Oak Brook Thursday night. Friday, Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Daryl Armistad. Saturday, sold out show at Pier 290 in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, dinner and show. And Sunday we'll be at Ron Onesti's Club Arcata Speakeasy for the Rat Pack Sunday. A lot of good stuff. Also,
nice.
Say happy birthday to Lisa Marie, the great singer from the band Reckless. Her mother, who just passed away, would have been 95 years old.
Wow.
Ice-T turned 69 years old. Judith Light celebrating a birthday. Cesar Romero, of course, played the Joker on Batman. The great Queen cabaret singer in Chicago, the great Denise Tomasello, celebrating a birthday. William Kett, he was the guy from Great American Hero, if you remember that show in the 80s.
I do, yeah.
Harvey Korman from the Carl Burnett Show. Sonny Bono, the best half of Cher when it was Sonny and Cher, of course. The great Sonny Bono. Jane Seymour, 73 years old. Christopher McDonald, 69 years old. Ellen Hunter from MTV, 67 years old. John Helliwell from Supertramp, 79. Chris Farley, what a funny guy he was, comic. He died too soon, too early. Malcolm McDonald, 79 years old. He was a man who started the Sex Pistols. Joseph Stout, my good buddy Joe, happy birthday. Jack Benny, a great comedian from the 50s. And, of course, great one, Jackie Gleason, celebrating birthday. And last but not least, Elizabeth Olsen turns 35 years old. Remember the Olsen twins?
Oh, yeah.
From
Full House?
The show with Tony Danza.
Oh.
Was it from Full House?
Well,
No, you're right. It is
Full House, the Olsen twins. So they're both their birthdays, obviously, right? They're billionaires. Yep.
Yeah. Both their
Yeah.
birthdays. What do you know?
35.
Yes, yeah. All right, we got some good stuff here. Okay. I'm getting these questions because I do some of these questions for my wife, and I'm doing them for you too. So here, men that things do that women, men that things,
Things that men
excuse
do?
me, things that men do that piss women off. Are you ready? And I need your opinion
Oh,
on this
okay. I
stuff.
thought I had to
Okay?
list them. I was like, I don't have enough fucking time.
Here
Okay.
they are. Here they
All
are.
right.
Number one, and my wife bitches at me all the time about this, looks at the phone while you're speaking and not paying attention and going, what, after she asks you something.
Very, very annoying. It is very annoying when someone does that.
Yes.
But I have to say, I don't have to deal with that too much with Bobby, but I have my own list of things. So go ahead, continue. That would piss me
There you
off.
go. There you go. Michael Betts watching from Golden Eagle Food Trucks. And my good friend Craig Olson just wanted to let people know there was no relation to the Olsen twins. Okay, Craig, there you go, buddy. All right. Eyes, when a man's talking to a woman, especially if they're just meeting, eyes are on their boobs 6 times instead of looking up at the eyes.
Yeah, I mean,
that's got to really get a little turn off to the woman when she's trying to talk to him, and he's paying attention more to that than he is the actual
it's
conversation.
tacky, but you know what's worse? If you're talking to your man and his eyes are on some other girl's boobs. So that's where the problem comes in. Okay. That's the problem. If they're looking at mine, it's like, okay. But if they're looking at someone else's,
Okay.
then you're going to get a crack, you know?
Yeah. That comes into number 3, constantly looking at another girl's or making comments about another girl's appearance.
Yeah, no. That's just ignorant. That's ignorant. And you know what? My hair is almost.
I believe that too.
If a guy
Yeah.
does that with the wrong girl, like, you know who your woman is and how they are. If you're going to do that, you know what's going to happen or what's not going to end up happening for a while. And then they will bring it up a week later and say, no, I'm not going to have, sex with you because why don't you go have sex with that girl that you were looking at 2 weeks ago in this place, right? Because we don't forget those things.
Yes. Good one. Number 4, men spread too much room. There's too much stuff in men's. They bring in too much to the house. Like my wife here says, I got clutter everywhere, and men do have clutter everywhere. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for any other men out there, but men, they too much stuff in the house, right? Does that happen sometimes? You
Definitely
hear about that
happens.
all the time.
I kind of sometimes am not a hoarder, but I have a lot of things. But now that we have more room, I could spread it out and we have more places to put it in the new house. But I don't know if this laundry thing is going to come up, but this is a big deal in the household, like for people. Okay, listen, one mom or wife or whatever, and I don't know how many people are living in your house, but listen, if somebody's washing 6 or 4 people's clothing and you wear layers of clothing, okay, how many layers you have to wear? Like, I have some days laundry and it looks like no one touches it. It's like it's just left for me. I left it for 2-3 days once because I was just pissed and I made sure my own stuff was clean. No,
Yeah.
And then they're like, I don't have anything to wear. Like, do some of your own laundry. Do something. Don't leave it laying on a floor next to the laundry room or on the stairs or in the bathroom. That's
On the stairs. There you go.
like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
really pisses people off for sure.
Well, that's true. How about this one? Bringing your friend along on a date or somewhere when it's supposed to just be a one-on-one. And I invited Jimmy or I invited Mark or whatever. Yeah, we're going out for cocktails. That's probably not a no-no. That's a no-no.
Yeah,
that's
for
no
sure.
good. Yeah.
And it means that they don't really want to just be with you anyway. Obviously, if they're inviting somebody else along all the time, they probably just don't want to spend one-on-one time with you for whatever reason.
Good point. Good about that. How about when you buy a drink for your wife or girlfriend and don't buy one for her friend next to her?
Oh, that's not very gentlemanlike, I think. I don't know. I think that's not good. That makes you look cheap,
I got it. Number 7 is a little risque here, so just go along with it. Trying to put it in someplace when you guys haven't talked about it. And I'm being number 7. Trying to put it in someplace that maybe you haven't discussed it first before it actually goes down.
Well, what's going to happen is someone's going to be in a lot of pain. I will tell you that right now, either with said situation
On both sides.
on both sides.
Yes.
Or if you try doing that without discussing it with somebody, depending on the girl you're with, you're going to be in pain for another reason. I don't. That's not a good idea.
For another reason. Good idea. Number 8, turns off what you're watching to put sports on when you're in the middle of doing something, or it doesn't have to be sports. You can just put a regular television show or something
Bobby's
else.
guilty. Bobby's guilty of that. 1,000. Like if I'm not even there, it's just kind of like click. Like what?
Just like nothing. Oh,
Not
my
always,
God.
but it has happened. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, see what I start thinking, and I'm usually a real laid back person and I'm not a vengeful person. But when stuff like that happens, I'm like, okay, the next time he's watching something he's really into, right when whatever big is going to happen, I'm going to just go and like put on some podcast or something. Like I start thinking that. I don't usually do it, but that's not right.
Yeah, just to give a little slap.
yeah.
I got it. How about eating everything in front of you when you know that you're on a diet? Like you're on a diet and he'll bring out a pizza or something while you know that you might be on a diet, or a big sub sandwich, or I just stopped at Wendy's
Yep.
and and you're like,
Yep. Bobby's guilty too.
right? It's almost
He puts it all in front of me, like all this food in front of me. And again, it's not the other person's fault. I'm not blaming him, but it is hard because I'm just like, I can't. And I just walk away and get angry, and I leave the food there and don't eat it. And then I kind of get like, oh, well, I brought food and, you just left it there, didn't eat it. Well, I feel like shit if I eat bread. I feel like shit if I have dairy. I feel like my immune system's jacked up right now. Like I got all kinds of hormones and shit going on. Like, don't put this food I love to eat in front of me, and I can't eat it. And then don't get mad if I don't eat it because, I'm trying to be, disciplined. It's hard,
It's very hard. Richard Hamlin would say it builds willpower.
It
okay.
does.
It does build willpower. How about Facebook? Friends with females on Facebook.
That doesn't bother me. I mean, we know so many people. I'm not going to lie. There's times where you see if you do that, I don't even look at his stuff. I really don't, because what's the point? Like who's saying this? I don't have the time for that, to be honest with you. Back in the day, maybe I did in the beginning when Facebook was newer and I was like, home with the kids. And, women do feel very insecure after they have children a lot of the times, because your body changed, everything has changed, your life's changing, you're living for this kid. And then you see like these pretty girls and they're all over and they're on their sites commenting. And you're like, oh, who's that? Who's that person?
Yeah.
Well, she seems to have an interest, so,
Yeah, you got one there too. That makes a lot of sense. Another thing too, if you stop drinking and he drinks in front of you, or she drinks in front of you, or if you don't smoke anymore and you light up a cigarette in front of you, that's the same thing with the food. So
I can understand that.
How about when you order food at a restaurant and he'll order for you?
You know what?
Does that ever?
This is what he does. Poor Bobby. He can't even defend himself right now. But I
about men in general, Bob. Just men.
I don't know. I mean, I think you should, unless you really know the person, you should never order for somebody. This is all I have to say, because especially if you plan on paying for it, the woman's going to be like, if it's something she doesn't like to eat, she's going to feel. You don't want to have to feel like you're obligated to eat it. If you don't like it, you don't want to seem ungrateful either. I would always ask somebody what they want to eat, unless I know them well enough and know they like it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's okay to order a drink because you know what the person drinks most of the time, So I think that's important. How about when they invite you to a family function? This is probably, and then walks away and leaves you there.
Yeah, well, luckily I can talk to a paper bag. Okay, so they are to a wall. So, but you know what? I do have a friend who, her husband did that to her a lot. And, she or a boyfriend or husband, I don't remember, but when they were dating or married or not, but she's not as outgoing. She's a more shy. So she was just like, sitting in a corner and not talking to anybody. So yeah, that's not good unless, the person can fend for themselves.
That's definitely not good. Ocean Spit, little show about big things. It's Twisted Tuesday with Carol Brandolino. Number 14 here, still on Tinder.
Well, no. I mean, if you're dating or married, or I mean,
well, I guess
dating.
and if you're dating somebody, You know, there's buddies of mine who have their out there, but it's on snooze. I found out whatever that
Oh,
means.
that means
It
until
can't
I'm
be
done
anywhere
with
else.
you, then I'm still on Tinder. Or if somebody better comes along that swipes me or whatever the hell they do. I've never been on one of those sites, so I don't even know how to navigate it. But some friends of mine were doing that for a while, like different types of online dating. And listen,
Yeah.
it's not smart to go meet, and I'm not like some old fogey, like to go meet somebody you don't know at all. Like I said, give me the address. This person could be a whack job, a complete nut. How are you going to go meet somebody you've never met at a bar or a hotel or whatever?
Yeah, it is
Oh
completely
my God.
crazy, and there's rules now. I mean, it's amazing how some people, if, and you know, it's dating's got to be difficult out there. I see a lot of my
Mm,
friends, the women
yeah.
and men, who just can't find because you never know
Right.
what you're going to get on these dating
Mhm.
search, dating sites. Everything's filtered, and when they might show a high school
Mhm.
picture, and you're like 20 years
Right.
older. Vice versa, men do it just as
Oh
much as
yeah.
women do. It's very false advertising, and I think some of these places, these dating sites, need to sometimes come down on that. You
Well,
know what I mean?
they should, but and well, of course, with the predators out there, 1,000% with all that crap. But you know, my dad's 77, just turned 77. His Facebook, and again, I know he probably didn't set up his own Facebook years ago, but he still lied. I mean, it shows that he's like 59 years old right now. I'm 50. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Act your age, be
Ah,
your age, act your age. I mean, come on. I don't know.
oh, that's completely crazy. I know what you're saying. You know what? We're talking about Ocean's Pit. Me and Carol Brendaline here at Twisted Tuesdays. You know, talking about you tell your kids, Carol. Before when we were
Mhm.
growing up, the parents said, "Go to school, go to college, get a job." Blah 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 blah. It's almost now a fact that sometimes if you, the college thing sometimes is not for everybody, and it doesn't. I remember that when you were younger, you used to graduate college, and bam, there was
Yeah,
automatically a job waiting
yeah.
for you. It's not like that anymore. Here's now, let's before I mention this. What would you tell your kids if they want to go to college, or you think they take an apprenticeship
I've
somewhere?
been talking. I talked to them about it now, especially Gianni. He's a sophomore. You can't. I was just talking to somebody, some congressman actually, or somebody running for Congress. I met yesterday at this event I was at, and he took a liking to Gianni. Gianni was playing some music and talking, and he
Okay.
started asking me about what college and this, and Gianni's doing homebound right now. Anyway, he kept talking to me about this, and I don't know why, but I said, listen, I'm not gonna force my kid to go to college if that's absolutely what he doesn't want to do. The money you're gonna waste, okay? The first 2 years of college, we all know, is associate's degree, right? I think they should do
Yeah.
away with the associate's degree. The associate's degree is, I feel, everything you learned all through high school. You go over it again, math, science, social studies, for 2 years. Why? You should just be able to go for this is what I think needs to change. You should be able to go for what your major is going to be, then take the classes you need for that. Go straight for your bachelor's if you want to do it. Do it in 2 years. That's less money for people, but there's the problem, less money. They're not getting as much money in the school system, right? Like
Right.
I would not force my kid to go to college, even though I know how important it is, but trades, huge. I think if trades are something that they would be willing to learn, I think that I know people that work in the trades make twice as much, 3 times as much money as their counterparts who did not go to college, and they retire by the time they're 52 years old, 53, and they got a great pension. So,
And they got a
yeah.
great. It's difficult. Here's just some okay. Apprenticeship, getting paid for on the job training, earning. You can start off between $18 to $30 per hour.
Yep.
Start. If you go to college, pay for the classroom learning. The first year is $22,500. The first year. Now that's the difference between
Mhm.
the two. The first year as an apprentice, you can make $45,000 to
Wow.
$61,000 plus benefits and pension with an apprentice. First year in college, you're in debt
Right.
$22,500.
Right.
Second year as apprentice, you can make $52,000 to $71,000 plus benefits. Second year in college, $50,000 in debt. Third year apprentice, 60,000 to 82 benefits. College, 67,500. Fourth year, and so on. So total 4 years of apprentice, you can make $225,000
Wow.
plus benefits and pension. And over 4 years in college, you're $390,000 in
Right.
debt. It's
How do parents afford
that's
it? How
crazy.
can you parent? Look, how can a parent even afford it right now? You can barely afford groceries. How I don't know how you're going to pay for college. Listen, unless your child is extremely intelligent, knows exactly what they're going for, and they can get an academic scholarship or a sports scholarship, whatever, if they can get some
Yeah,
help
yeah,
or financial aid somewhere,
yeah.
help, it's just sad because I know people who make decent money, but they work their asses off. Okay. They have 3 kids, they work their asses off, and they try to get financial aid, like just some help for college. And you make too much money. Well, so I'm supposed to spend all of my money just on the education. How am I supposed to make my household, run? How are we supposed to eat
Yeah.
and have cars and pay our bills? How? But they won't help them because why? It's like you're getting punished for busting your ass and working hard and running your own business, which then you get screwed again when you're self-employed a lot of times. So it's just a racket, to be honest with you. I
Oh yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Some of the comments we had, Dennis from Lake Geneva, my friend Dennis said, send them to work 2 years. They learn what their real life is about. Hopefully, some working
Yeah.
ethics. Jerry Maselli says, go to junior college, get an associate's degree. John says the problem is society expects you to have skin in the game to enter their little higher education
Mhm.
clique. Wow, that's a real good. And Jerry Maselli says we need people in the trades. Yeah, so yeah, it's crazy out there, and it's got to be tough for kids these days, man, and for parents to come up with that. As nuts as it is, it really is kind of crazy. Okay, a couple things here, folks. It's Twisted Tuesday. Me and Carol Brandolino every Tuesday. 1 point for each that you remember. I'm gonna throw you some
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
Remember? Are you
I'm
ready,
ready.
Carol?
Okay.
All right. Penny candy.
Penny can I remember. Yep. Point. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Candy
Yes.
cigarettes. Soda machines that dispensed glass bottles.
Yes.
That was the best stuff. Dinner with tableside jukeboxes. Remember, you walk in and it'd be a little jukebox next to
I've
the table. A
seen
lot of
that
pizza
before, but it
joints had
was
that.
yeah. Okay. Yes.
Okay, metal ice cube trays with lever. Remember the metal ones that had the
Ooh.
things in between where you cut it? Okay, that's going back
On
a little
Happy
bit.
Days,
On
I
Happy
remember
Days,
on
yeah.
Happy Days.
Party line telephones.
Yeah,
Remember?
I was around for that. I just think
You'd
my
be
dad was
able
so
to,
strict, I couldn't do shit. So I think they had that. I
yeah.
just wasn't allowed to
Remember,
do
you used to
it.
be able to have the telephone at your table, and you'd be able to ring it. Another table, you want to talk to somebody, and the phone
No,
would
I
ring.
don't remember
Oh, yeah,
that.
that was actually I remember that. Well, like I said, we are a little, I'm older than you are. Telephone
Okay.
numbers with a word prefix like
Yep. I
Butterfield
remember.
8662. Yeah, this is way before
Oh
the
no, I don't remember
newsreels
that.
before. Yeah, newsreels before the movie. No, they don't have that anymore. That's definitely old. RPM records. You remember the old vinyl records?
Oh yeah, of
RPM.
course. Yeah. Oh, you guys
Okay.
were talking about that the little 20 were they 20 45s? What were they? What was the little record? 45?
33. 33. The
It was a
record.
33? No, what
Then
was
it
the
was a
smaller one?
45. 45.
45s.
And then,
I got
and
my
then
first
another one that
45.
was a 78. Yes.
Somebody was
40.
somebody was asking that on one of the shows, and I couldn't type fast enough. I was listening at home or at work, and I was like, oh, I remember walking in with my red and white striped little, it had a handle, and it was a record player, the little 45 player, and I
Yeah.
remember the 2 records I had. It was Oh Mickey, like Oh Mickey, you're so
Like
fine,
Tony
like
Basil. Tony
yep,
Basil.
and Abracadabra, Abracadabra. Those
Steve
I
Miller. Wait a minute.
yes.
Now remember those were the closing plays. Remember the closing plays? You'd be able to close it and
Yes.
carry it around,
Yes,
and it
that's
would
what I
play
had.
the
The
record.
red and white striped box. And I carried that thing everywhere. I was young, but those were the 2 songs that I had. Those were the first 2 45s I ever had. And I remembered carrying that little box around and
And singing
like,
along. Absolutely.
yep.
That is so cool. Now these you might not remember. Oh, reel-to-reel tape recorders. No. Green stamps. Nah. I barely remember those. Roller skate keys.
Keys?
No.
No, I don't.
About a hula hoop?
Oh, yeah. I was the hula hoop queen. I did it for like forever in the living room. I did it a very, very, very long time. I'll never forget that. Yep.
Oh, so now we know she's the hula hoop queen. Okay.
I was.
Wash tub ringers.
Nope.
The Fuller brush band. No. 35 cent gallon Oh, 35 cents a gallon of gasoline. No, I didn't remember that. 15-cent McDonald hamburgers with 10-cent fries. No, 5-cent pack of baseball cards with a slab of gum in it. I don't remember 5 cents, but boy, I mean, it's amazing how things have changed through the years, pricing wise, and stuff that the younger kids have no clue about the old
Right.
stuff.
How about when there was a gas attendant? Now I remember that when they used to come out and pump your gas for you. Like shit, I wish I had that shit now. You know why? Because I'm afraid to get out of my car because I might get carjacked, or because I don't want to leave my kid in the car. Listen, I don't trust I always tell people I'm paranoid, which I
Yeah.
know I am. But after talking to this sheriff deputy, I took this class, Stop the Bleed.
Okay.
It's just to know it. I mean, obviously, I'm not a nurse at a school or anything, but if anything tragic were to happen, you learn how to like literally tourniquets, stop the bleed. It was a 3-hour class I took. It was awesome. But I said, I'm so paranoid. He said, you're not paranoid. You're prepared. He goes, there's a difference. Be prepared. And I was like, oh, I feel so much better now because I felt very paranoid. Gas stations at night, not a good scene. I
No.
always have an empty tank. I'm that person. I know. I mean, my car, Bobby has like been in my car and the gas ran out. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Like it's bad. But you know, I don't trust gas stations. I wish they had attendants again. I would love
Well,
that.
I remember they used to check your oil, they'll clean your window.
Yes,
look at
yes.
this, blah,
I
blah, blah.
remember that. Yep.
Those were good. Let's talk about something positive. A great actor named Christian Bale played Batman, played a lot of great different movies. Is set to build $22 million worth of foster homes in California. See, when these guys do all this stuff, now granted that they do need a tax write-off, but it's also from their heart that they do that, and I think that's very cool. When you have that power as a celebrity, you should be able to give back and help out.
Yes.
I think that's a kudos to that.
I agree. I totally agree. They might be billionaires, but you know what? It is a tax write-off, but you know what? If it's going to a good cause and you're helping people, it's a win-win. You're
Yeah.
getting something out of it, and these people that need it are getting something out of it. You know what I mean? I think that celebrities and people with all that money, I think they should do that. You know, why not find something that's near and dear to them and donate, you know?
I think that's a great idea. How
Yeah.
about this? You know how expensive this older couple, they couldn't afford a house. So the retired early Australian couple spent over 500 days at sea after booking 51 consecutive cruises because it's less expensive than moving to a retirement home.
Wow.
Early couple, yeah. An elderly couple books 51 consecutive cruises because it's cheaper than living in a retirement home. The great grandparents have been on a board Princess Cruises, 2,000 passengers, Coral Princess, for over 500 days, longer than the majority of the crew, including the captains, and expect to stay aboard the ship for another 2 years.
That's brilliant. Look, you're on a
would do
constant
that.
vacation. You're on a permanent vacation, right? It's like a permanent vacation.
Yeah, you gotta love that. I mean,
Yep.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
And,
that's smart.
let's talk about something that we both remember, I'm sure. And I know maybe your kids were watching it, maybe I'm not quite sure. But
Okay.
today in history, in 1968, on PBS, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood aired for the first time. Now, when I was a kid, I don't know, Mr. Rogers was a little dorky to me,
Yep.
until I got older, realized how good he was, and you never
Yeah.
found anything bad about him. And I remember when they gave him an award. I think it might have been the Grammys or what's the ones for the TV,
Emmys,
the Emmys. They gave him an award.
like a lifetime achievement award or something
It
like
was
that.
like a 15-minute standing
Wow. Well,
ovation.
he deserved it.
I mean,
I remember him. I watched that. Now I know my kids don't know that. They don't know
yeah,
him.
right. But we
Um,
remember that. And
I remember it.
for more than 30 seasons, 900 episodes, Fred Rogers taught us the value of kindness, gratitude, and chilling out with your crew. Do they have role model? I don't watch much new television. Do they have anything like that anymore these days?
I personally don't think so. Not that I know of. I don't think that there's many TV shows where anything is really centralized around at least a traditional family. Like if it's the way you want to raise your kids, it's just very different. Look at any kind of family, as long as they were too close and respectful. And I don't know. I don't think there's anything out there that shows morals and ethics and at least what we were used to, I guess. I'm not jumping down anybody's throat, but I don't see anything like that anymore. I have to go back
And
and tell
if they're on, I wouldn't know myself since we don't have any younger kids here. But
yeah,
you know what? It's back then. You had Electric Company, you had Zoom,
yeah,
you had Sesame Street,
yep,
you had some shows that were actually kind of cool, and you got
yeah,
and it really did help the kids
yeah,
learn and kind of cool on that.
yeah.
Ocean Spit, little show about big things. Here you go, friend. Look, your husband is talking to another girl, and the wife says, "Let him. I want to see how long you can suck his stomach in."
Oh,
Oh,
I love that. I love that. That's hilarious.
that is very, very funny, man. I'm telling you, it is so crazy what's going on. And I don't know, like Illinois, did you ever think of leaving Illinois, Carol, you and your family? Did you ever think of moving out of the state?
Yeah, this morning.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm honestly not even kidding. I was reading something, and again, I should have this in front of me. And even if I did, I couldn't read it because
Yeah.
it's my glasses. But Pritzker is, I think I was reading this very late last night in bed about trying to get $180 something million for the asylum seekers, right?
Okay.
And I thought to myself, and then somebody asked him, where is that money going to come from? And it was a clear answer. It was the taxpayers' money, from the state and the government. That's where the money was coming from. And that's it. I mean, they're saying it right to you. Like, it's like without the Vaseline, yes, it's coming from your
Yeah.
hard-earned money. And there's not a fucking thing you could do about it. Like, you're just
Right.
sitting there like, okay.
And
Just,
we pay along, we pay it.
yeah,
Illinois is the second worst run country in the country. I mean,
state. Yep.
Illinois is bad. One
Yeah, it
fourth of the people want to. Yeah, 1/4 of the people that they're moving, they're leaving Illinois. The 200 people a day were leaving Illinois prior to the pandemic.
Mhm.
They wanted to get out. Or taxpayers pay in Illinois 2.5 more times than any other state. I mean, that's a lot of money.
It's
It really is.
sickening. It is really, really sickening.
And
It really
the
is.
best thing, they say the best thing about Illinois, low corporate taxes for the corporate world.
Mhm.
Tax free. Yeah. I mean, so you know where the money, who's saving all the money, the billionaires. And no matter
Yeah.
what side of the fence you're on politically wise, they're all millionaires and they're all, it's just going to get scary. And it's just nuts how this world is going. And I feel real bad for the kids, Carol.
Yeah,
I just
that's
don't
what I
know.
feel bad. What's really sad is that your kids, like, I have conversations with my kids. They want to talk about what they're hearing about, and unfortunately, politics it's a big discussion right now. I never talked about politics, obviously, never in my life when I was a kid, ever. They didn't come up. We really didn't talk much about it. I didn't even have a choice, really. It was just a discussion that the parents had. Now it's like they want to know answers. My daughter asks me questions, and I just try to give her the most honest answer that I can about everything going on right now with a lot of people coming in and who is going to pay for them. And there's no room is the problem. I don't blame the kids that are coming in. There's no room. And the problem is people can't even pay now for their own groceries. And I know people that have really good full-time jobs and they're trying to find a secondary job. To me, that's a fail. That's a huge fail in our country. It's a huge fail in our state, for sure, our state. This guy, I don't care who you are, a friend of mine or not, this whole social media where people that disagree with you can go on and talk whatever they want to say. And that basically you're an idiot if you're going to vote for Trump or a Republican. And then, you have to stop and think, can I even respond? But as a person that goes on and posts, I just want to know. I would love to have a conversation with the person, a debate, a conversation, honest. Do you put that post on do you only want people that agree with you to say something? Because if you're putting that out there, then I think I should be able to say something if I don't agree with you. And then what?
You hit it right on there was a real topic. We got about a minute left. I talked to yesterday about, do you lose friends over political things? It is crazy when it comes. It doesn't affect my friends really.
No, me neither. Yeah.
I don't stop them from being my friends in my corner. I just I know that they don't like me for doing what I say about who I believe in.
Right.
And then what I don't like is when these people are saying, well, if this guy, if
I will be the greatest president.
anyway,
that
if he
God
became
ever
president again of the United States in 2024, which I'm hoping did, if he did, are all those people really going to leave the country?
No, they won't. But you know what they're going to do? They're going to spend their days, and this is the sickening part. They're going to spend every day bitching about it constantly and losing friendships over it. They're going to write people off, complain, and honestly, I will go off social media at that point. Like I can't even watch it or listen to it every day. You know, I don't know. I don't understand it, but we'll see what happens. I pray people start really opening their eyes and stop going with, you know, they have to be rational about things.
Well, and you know what? There's good in both. I don't see any good. I mean, I'm gonna bring something real fast to end the show with, and it's probably not the most popular thing to do, but it's just something that it got to me, and it doesn't make any sense to me. And this is talking about our president of the United States right now, President Joe Biden. Biden has done more for Ukraine in one single term than he's done for America in 50 years. That's proven.
Fact
It's
check it.
proven fact. That's
Fact
fact.
checkers fact check. Right.
And that's it. How do you argue with that? And
You can't.
how do you argue with that? But we're not going to know. It's couple.
Yeah.
But you know what? What's sad about it? It's not that far away. November is not that far away.
Nope.
So we can just pray for the best. Folks, you're watching Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Twisted Tuesday with my co-host, the great Carol Brandolino. Let's just say thank you again to our good friends from Ace Hardware. Ace is the place, buy local, shop local, Norwich, Des Plaines, Evergreen Park, Warrenville, and now in Mesa, Arizona. Download the Ace Rewards app. Easy way to keep track of your points, coupons, and special offers. It is Ace. Is the place helping neighbors before they were neighborhoods. Guys, don't forget Cucina Rustica tomorrow, folks. And then Thursday, Positanos, Friday. Just a couple quick, real fast. March 9th, we'll be at the Rustic Charm, Moretti's, Bartlett, the Old Cadillac Ranch, Ocean's Rat Pack, and the Tony Ocean Show combined together for one night, and a lot more good stuff happening. I want to thank my good friend Carol Brandolino from Brandolino Encore Music in Shorewood, Illinois. Please say hello to Bobby for me.
Will
And
do.
we need to do a show, I think, maybe starting month. Maybe let's go down to do the studio.
I would
And
love
let's
it.
go do it in the music store. I think that would be great.
Excellent.
Guys, remember, again, buy local, shop local, support local establishments, support live entertainment, and it's important. Anything you want to say, Carol, before you say goodbye?
No, just happy Tuesday. Be safe. Be well. Have a couple cocktails for me and cousin Tommy. I do. I love cousin Tommy. I have to say.
Coming back. You got it, guys. Don't forget the great words of Ringo Starr, peace and love. And we need it more than ever in this crazy world. Just try to get along, man. It's a tough one. Nick Sahajas, the piano man. Take us out. Goodbye. See you tomorrow, everybody. Same time, same channel.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Bye-bye, everybody. God bless you. You have an incredible day. God bless.